Ayo Friendos! Today's video is very exciting because we're going to be covering a brand new perfume launch that just came out at Sephora. Now, if you are into the Edwardian Bridgerton aesthetic, well then you have to check out these bottles. I'm talking about none other than the new LoveShackFancy Perfumes. I purchased their perfume library right here, and I have some serious thoughts. And some not so serious thoughts. So if you like perfume reviews, please don't hesitate. Go ahead, give this video a like, subscribe. I usually do one perfume review a week, and I would love to have you back again. And let's get to it. Friendos, just stay tuned. So this is the perfume library. You open it up, and there's one sample size of each. I purchased this for a measly $15. Inside we get a description of each perfume, and we're going to start out today with the one I like the packaging on the best, which was Boheme. So this blue one right here, as you can see on the screen, very Edwardian looking, very over the top. We're going to give her a spray. And I've already been testing these out through the day. I just like to have a good refresher while I talk about the perfumes. So Boheme is very soft. It sits very close to the skin. The notes listed on it are peony, blackcurrant, and white amber. So what this smells like to me is like you are in a garden. There's all different types of flora all around you, but there's a honeysuckle bush somewhere in the back. And every now and then you get the winds wafting in and you can pick up on that subtle sweetness. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the blackcurrant to me is not detectable in this fragrance at all. I also felt that this fragrance was very linear. There wasn't much of a metamorphosis from the opening to the dry down. It pretty much just seemed like the same fragrance throughout. And I did get about 3 hours worth of wear time. So I thought this fragrance was very pleasant. It was very wearable. I can't imagine anyone who's into florals being offended by this fragrance. It's just very nice. It's very pretty. However, I don't think that it's the most original smelling fragrance I have ever used on my skin. I was trying to think of a comparison as well, and I think the closest perfume that I have in my collection would have to be Erin Mediterranean Honeysuckle. Now that one's definitely more honeysuckle than the one that we're talking about today, but it still feels like it has a similar vibe. Now the next one I want to talk about is my favorite out of all three, and that is Moondance. Now, this was the one that I didn't really care that much for the packaging. I mean, the packaging is similar, but just the off-white packaging didn't really appeal to me that much. However, I still think I'm going to buy this one. And y'all, I've been working in fragrance for years, and I have to tell you, I don't feel like the descriptors accurately define this perfume. So the makers describe this as Velvet Rose, Dreamwood, and Magnolia. What is Dreamwood, you might ask? Some say that they're referencing sandalwood. I don't smell sandalwood in this at all. So let me tell you what I do smell, because this fragrance is an absolute journey. So at first spray, this perfume reminds me of the new Sol de Janeiro perfume After Hours. There's a little bit of that jasmine in there. There's also something that is slightly fruity and sweet, and I want to say it's red currant. That's not listed as one of the scents, but I would bet you there's red currant in this fragrance. Then after some time, it graduates into something a little bit more powdery. It actually reminds me a lot at this point of Dolce & Gabbana The One, where the maturity of the fragrance starts to set in. It doesn't smell baby powdery, but it still has that white floral powder to it. Then towards the end, the amber notes really start to set in, and it develops this really warm, rich sweetness. But I also smell more of that red currant that I referenced before coming through. I don't know why they wouldn't put that down as a note, but you cannot deny that there is something fruity and sweet in this fragrance. I would even say that this is the floral for those of you who don't like floral. And it never reaches the point where it's too sweet. It's always just elegant perfection. And of the three, this one definitely smells the most original. It was the one that I was most enamored with. And like I said, I likely will be buying this very soon. Now this last one, I was just not crazy about, you guys, but it might be for you. So listen up. Here's the notes. We have green pear, we have gardenia, and we have cedarwood. Now, if you are really into pear in fragrances, this might be one for you to consider, because Out of all the pears and fragrances that I've tried recently, I do feel like this is the best one. The pear smells very fresh, it smells very juicy, it smells very sweet. It reminds me a lot of the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia perfume. It also has pear and gardenia in the listed scents. But why this wasn't a favorite for me is it's just a little too sweet. Now, I can tolerate sweetness when it comes to gourmands, but when it comes to florals and floral sweetness, this one is almost a little bit too sickeningly sweet for me. I don't know why if something's gourmand, I tend to be okay with it, but not so much for florals. But that's just the way it is. This one's over the top girly, but I also don't find it to be very original. I feel like I've smelled this 1,000 times over. This does have a little bit of a soapy element to it. The cedarwood doesn't smell very cedary. It smells more like a white wood over a cedar wood. This one also did not last very long on my skin, and after 2 hours, I couldn't even smell it with my nose pressed straight to my arm. But everyone's skin chemistry is different, so if this sounds like something that appeals to you, I definitely recommend that you go and check it out for yourself. Now, this comes in 2 different sizes, and you could purchase the largest, which is the 2.5 fluid ounces, for $125. Or there's a travel spray where you get 0.34 fluid ounces, and that's only $32. And guys, those are my thoughts. Please chime in. Let me know which one you think sounds the best, if you will be trying one of these, or if by some coincidence you already have. And since this video was so short, we have a special guest here at the end. So friendos, this is my little boy. It's been a hot minute since he's been on my channel. He's gonna have a birthday party this month. Are you excited? You just want to get down, don't you? Okay, mommy's gonna put you down. I just wanted to say hello. Alexi, don't make that face. You'll get some treats later, okay? Okay, friendos, that's it. That's everything that we have time for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please don't hesitate to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, or if you just pity me in general. I do appreciate all the love I can get. Also, I hope that you'll subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the shadows of night. What could have been? Alright guys, have a fabulous weekend. Bye!